In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a histogram using your graphing calculator. So what we want to do to start is we want to make sure we have a list of data. So we'll just go second function list here, bring up list 1, and notice we have a whole set of data here. If we scroll across, we see we have points in list 1. At this point, it doesn't matter what they are. We just have a set of data there. What we want to do now is we want to graph our data in a histogram, or plot our data in a histogram. So we're going to do second function y equals, which is stat plot we see up here. So we hit that and we get this menu. So we have the choice of turning on our statistical plots. So we're going to hit enter on 1 here, and we're going to turn it on by hitting enter on. So now we're plotting statistics. We move to type, and it's already highlighted for us here. Yours probably has this one highlighted, but if not, you move over to histogram, which is the bars here, and hit enter, and now we've selected histogram. Once we've selected histogram, we're telling the calculator we want to graph the histogram, and we're telling it it's the data that's in list 1 here. If you look at X list, well, our list 1, which is where our data is, and we can ignore frequency at this point, the FREQ. So now we want to look at it. So we just hit graph, and nothing. Now, you need to think your data could be anywhere. The way the window is set up, goes from 0 to 10 and 0 to negative 10. So we just might not see the data. So very important when you're doing the statistical plots to hit zoom. And there's a nice feature built in. You can just push 9, but I'm going to scroll down to it and show you. 9 is zoom plot, or zoom stat. And what that is it's going to set your window to show your statistical data. So zoom stat or 9, hit enter. Now we see our nice histogram there, and that's all there is to displaying a histogram. Now that might not be the histogram that you got if you did it on paper, because we're not even sure where this is starting or where this is ending. But we can find out by just hitting window. Window here tells us that our starting X value, so on the left, is 36. The last X value is 106, and we're going up by 10. We don't need to worry too much about the Y values at the moment. Let's say we don't want that. Let's say we want to make it so our bin width, or the width of that first bar, starts at 25 and goes up by 10. Well, we can just tell the calculator to reset so we go from 10 up to a maximum of 100. It turns out our data doesn't go above 100. And we do want to go up by 10. We never have less than 0 of a data point. Remember, Y for a histogram is counting the data points, so we can start that at 0. And there's nothing above 10, so we can make that exactly 10. So we've set start at 25, go up to 100. I'm actually going to set the scale to 15, so our bin width is 15 instead of 10. And we're going to go from 0 to 10, like we said, and now we can hit graph. And we have the same data. Because we've changed our bin sizes, it looks a little different. And there's another representation of our data in a slightly different looking histogram. One other thing that can be helpful for you, especially if you're making frequency distributions, how many points are in this? We know now this is from 25 and 15 more, so from 25 to 40 here. But how many data points is that? Well, if we hit trace, you notice minimum 25, max is less than 40, because 40 would be in the next one, and we have 3 of them. Move over, we have 6 from 40 to 55, 9 from 55 to 70, and so forth. We can look at each. We also can scroll over and say from 100 to 115, we don't have any, so setting our maximum at 100 was fine, we don't have anything bigger. And so that we did that just by using trace. So that's how you make a histogram, how you change the histogram with the window settings, how you hit zoom plot to make sure you're seeing your data, and how you use trace to help you make a frequency distribution down the road so we know how much is in each of our bins or each of our bars. Hopefully that quick little video will help you do this more efficiently and better represent your data in a histogram.